Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Three Trails Tarot, and thank you for being here today and joining me for this reading. I'm so excited to do your love and romance reading for June 2021. Let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius. So this reading is for people born between November 22nd to December 21st. Let's see what we have for you. Shuffle these a little bit longer here. Kind of have to go with when it feels right to stop shuffling. I know that sounds kind of strange, but it just seems to be how it works for me. Oh, that's way too many cards, or I would pull them all. So they just keep shuffling. Hope everything's going really well for you, Scorpio, and you're having a great month, especially in the love and romance department. All right, let's see what we have. We have Justice, the Sun, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and maybe I should just move this over here. It seems to be taking up a little space. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Fool, the Emperor, the Hierophant, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Five of Swords, the Hermit, Eight of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, let's see what's going on here, Sagittarius. All right, because I see a lot of thinking going on here, and we've got some major arcana cards, which tells me there's some huge life decisions involved in this relationship, some big decisions. Okay, so let's start with you. This is the ultimate karma card here, Justice. So you feel that you're getting your just desserts. In this relationship, you are wondering if this is the right relationship for you, Sag. Those of you who are in a relationship are wondering if this is the right relationship for you. Those of you who are not in a relationship are wondering if you're going to have a relationship in June, or at least sometime this year. So you've been thinking about your past relationships. Those of you in a commitment, or those of you in a relationship, those of you not in a relationship, you're all doing the same. Thinking about your past relationships and wondering if those past relationships are the reason that you're in the relationship you're in now, or the reason why you don't have one. So here we have you really wanting to go on a different route. You want something different, Sag. You want to change. And as you think about doing something different or being with someone else, you feel very good about, fantasizing about this. You're fantasizing about going on a new journey, changing direction, starting a new path, starting fresh. That's really been on your mind a lot, Sag. Because you've had some conflicts with this relationship. You feel conflicted. There's been a lot of arguments between the two of you. I'm really sad to say. I'm really sad to see this. But there's been a lot of fighting going on with you and your special person. And those of you who are not in a relationship, you're still pining over an old relationship, a past relationship that you regret losing. So there's two things going on here. Those of you in a relationship are not getting along so well with your person, and those of you not in a relationship are thinking about a past relationship that broke, that separated, and it looks like you wish you could put it back together. And it's because I'm so drawn to this particular sword and this image's hands, like they're trying to put it back together. So those of you not in a relationship really wish you could be with this person from your past. Actually, some of you in a relationship are also wishing you could be with someone that was in your past. Not all of you, but some of you are falling into that category where, but either way, all of you are just kind of not really too happy right now in June. June must be a time of, it's a more challenging time for you, Sag. June, it seems to be a very challenging time, especially with relationships. But the good news is change, change is a guarantee. Change is going to happen. Now, your person started off this year feeling pretty good about their relationship with you, Sag. They were in a good place, and they felt very happy to be with you. But then they started to feel that they overwhelmed. They felt overwhelmed, like there were a lot of responsibilities or demands on their time. They felt that you were putting some demands on them that they either felt overwhelmed about or just thought was not their responsibility. And so they're in a mood of reflection now, wondering what to do next. That is what your person is thinking. Now, here's the general energy of your relationship, Sag. So here we see that initially you two felt like, wow, this is wonderful, we're together. I found someone I can have fun with and do things with and dance with and drink and eat with and all that kind of stuff. It was really good in the beginning. But then the general energy became that both of you felt that there are some pretty big challenges going on in your relationship as it continued. And both of you are thinking about things that were important to you, things that you thought, your expectations that you had when you had a good relationship, the expectations that you wanted in a good relationship were not being met in this relationship, Sag. And that's why there's some of you, Sag, are talking to people that you feel could be good consultants for you or provide you with some answers that you need to make a decision. So for some of you, it's a parent that you're talking to. It could be someone that is a spiritual leader or religious figure. But you're consulting with someone because you had plans to be in a much closer relationship with your special person, but there's been a lot of conflict, and now you feel not sure about what to do about it. And your person feels the same way. They're doing a lot of thinking. So both of you are kind of in that same boat right now. Also, the general energy is something is missing. Both of you feel that something is missing out of your relationship that is so important to each of you that you would rather just leave the relationship. Because with that one thing or two things that's missing from the relationship, it almost seems like it's not worth it to stay. Kind of getting that seems to be the general feel of this relationship, or of this reading, Sag. I really hate to be a bearer of news like this, but if this resonates with you, then this should not come as a surprise, right? I really try to truthfully tell you what I read, what I see in the cards. And like I said, you know, these are general readings, so they don't always resonate with everyone. But if so far what I'm saying it makes sense to you, or it seems like that's what's going on with you, then that means this reading does resonate with you. And you probably already know that this is happening. So both of you are wondering, should I stay or should I go? That's basically the question. Now, if you two continue on this path, the outcome is going to be that there's going to be a lot of work involved to make it a good relationship. You're going to have to work together. See how these bees are working together to make honey? And then there's beautiful flowers because they're working so hard. So not to say that this is an impossible task where you both have to walk away and leave it. But if you talk to each other and work things out according to this card, if you collaborate and, discuss what you want, it's just going to have to be, you're just going to have to work hard, though, to make it happen. Because you just got to work with each other. The other outcome is that there could be a closer bond. See this rainbow right here? There could be a closer bond. You just have to discuss what your values are and your expectations are, and to see if you both can give that to each other and get your justice and get what you put into it, you know. Also, we have here as an outcome, Page of Wands. You'll be able to learn more about how to trust your own power, how to, trust yourself, trust them, they can trust you. It's all about building that trust and communication with each other. Like I said, the outcome is going to be a lot of hard work, but it's possible. It's just the hard work is the trust, and the hard work is understanding each other and understanding what the expectations are and whether or not you can each fulfill whatever those expectations are. Because none of us are perfect, right? None of us are perfect. And we all have our own insecurities and doubts, and that's why communication is really key to a relationship. Now, here's the guidance right here. Okay, so the guidance is, it takes two to tango, yin and yang. If you want to have an infinity relationship, if you want to have that close, wonderful relationship where you feel that you're with your twin flame, you gotta have give and take. You gotta be there for the tough times as well as during the good times. That's how I'm reading this card for you. But it takes two to make things happen. And with this card is a reminder that with the Wheel of Fortune, there's things that go up and there's things that go down. There's things that 1 minute your life is really good, next minute life can be a challenge. And you have to ask yourself, is this the portion of my life that's the challenge? If we work through this challenge, will things look up for us and be better? So this card is asking you to ask those questions and to understand that change definitely happens through life. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And then you go back up again. And this is the moon. And with the moon, we talk about This card wants to remind you that you need to ask questions for things that you're not sure about. I think the number one cause of problems in relationships is that people act like their partner can read minds. Hello? How in the world can they know what you're thinking if you don't tell them what you're thinking? And how will you know what they're thinking if you don't ask the question? So this card is saying, ask the question and be willing to hear the answer. Also, this card is saying that sometimes you're not going to get the answer that you want, or you're not going to get the answer that you need. And you still need to make a decision on what you want to do with the relationship. Some things remain a mystery because the moon is very mysterious, right? And so that's what this card is saying. So just to kind of clarify here for you, Sag, it looks to me that both of you right now are at a point in your relationship where you're not sure if you want to continue. But the cards are reminding you that it takes hard work and it takes two people to have a fight. And it's very important to find out why you're fighting, what your expectations are for each other, what you're willing to put into the relationship, what you're not willing to put into the relationship, if this relationship is important to you. Okay? So that's what this is saying. Let's see if we can get some more advice from our Lover's Oracle for you, Sag. Okay. This shape is a challenge. It's a beautiful shape, but it's a challenge to shuffle it. At least for me. I've seen some people that are pretty amazing shuffling their cards. I aspire to be more amazing shuffling cards, or at least get to the point of amazing shuffling cards. All right, so we'll do this and then we'll split it. I know this is painful to watch. Okay, so we'll have 3 cards. Transformation. And, okay, soulmate. So here we go. It says, transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So it sounds like what we were saying earlier, that you've got to talk to each other and it's going to take some work. But your relationship could change for something wonderful. Okay? And then this next card says, it is important right now to take a step and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. I believe that this oracle card is for those of us who are still looking for our soulmate. So when we're not thinking about finding a person, then that's usually when they pop up. So this one is saying, place your focus on something else. Okay, give time to yourself. And then soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Again, I believe this card is for those who are searching for their soulmate, for their special partner in life. And this one is for those who are in a relationship to be patient with the relationship and understand that it will transform. Okay, that love will conquer all. All right, Sagittarius, this is all I have for you at this time. Please join me again for next month's love reading and let's see where things go for you. Okay? Thanks again for being here and I wish you the absolute best always. Take good care. Bye, Sag.